Hey, what's up, everybody? The VC here, coming at you with another video. It's about anything and everything, and so let's just get to it. All right, we got so much to talk about, but I'm gonna focus on three things. All right, the latest on the LA wildfire, since it's in my backyard here in California, and then the last waning hours of the Biden presidency, and of course the inauguration of President Trump. So without further ado, let's just get to it, alright? Where do I begin, huh? Alright, let's just get to the latest on the LA wildfire containment real quickly here. Alright. See what we got going on over here. Got lots of tents set up right there, I can see. And so, yeah, let's take a look at everything, how everything on the wildfire progress is happening here. So let's see, now the death number is now 27 people. It's fueled by severe drought conditions and strong winds in the LA area. This was last updated about 30 minutes ago, so we'll see what we got here. Two of the largest wildfires, which is Palisades, the biggest one, and the Eaton fire on the other side of LA. Let's see here. So Palisades is now at 59% containment. Alright, and then Eaton looks like they're almost there, 87%. Alright, so yeah, so that gives you an idea where it's at. So this right here is kind of the video footage of how it all began. Yeah, it just stopped all of a sudden. But yeah, so there it is. There it is, kind of showing what happened here. Trying to see if there's like an imagery of the map of what it looks like, the area. But it's all good though, not worried about it. Be nice to just see. But yeah, so they're getting there. Progress is being made, but the winds is still kicking up. So we'll see. We'll stay on top of that. And now, what does Biden do? All right, got the TikTok. No longer, well, there's a moratorium on the ban right now. Alright, so this just in not too long ago. Let's take a look at this here.
This is a Kizik shoe. It's a hands-free shoe that you just slip right on. And it stays on. After
It's a Fox News alert. President Biden, this just came across, just issues new pardons for Dr. Anthony Fauci. You could call these preemptive pardons. Dr. Anthony Fauci, retired four-star general Mark Milley. This just happened moments ago. It also includes the members of Congress and staff who served on the Select Committee and the U.S. Capitol, and D.C. Metropolitan Police officers who testified before the Select Committee. This as Trump prepares to take the oath of office in just a few hours.
Would that include Liz Cheney?
So
what a mess.
No, it doesn't. I guess
yes.
Yeah, Select Committee. But what does it say? Mark Milley, who is chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff under both Biden and Trump, you know that 100%. What he's done in the past. You know that he was calling China, trying to putting down President Trump.
I mean, what are they afraid that Pete Hegseth is going to see when he goes to the Defense Department and look at the files and data? There's been no talk of going after Anthony Fauci.
Well, Rand Paul is.
There may have been some senators, but the president himself has not said he wants to prosecute Anthony Fauci.
Absolutely right. And here's the thing. You pardon somebody who's been convicted.
Right.
They haven't been convicted. They haven't been charged. Right. This is crazy. It will be interesting to read the exact language, and because it just broke, we haven't seen it yet. But remember when Hunter Biden was pardoned by his father, the language was extraordinary because it essentially, we know some things happened during certain time periods, but this was a 10-year window. anything he did during those 10 years was essentially it was a get out of free jail card, get out of jail.
Yeah, the whole Hunter Biden one, that's everybody could see that's to cover up any dirty deeds done by Hunter. That was an easy one. And this right here is kind of continuing that same course that Biden himself, President Biden, was doing, is covering up the actions of the committee and Fauci, the Jan 6 committee, which included Liz Cheney, General Milley. They're dirty. This whole thing is dirty, all right? And Biden is just covering all that up, because of the weaponization of DOJ, right? Now that we all know that was going to be investigated and crushed, and Biden just put a protective blanket over that, and that just sucks, because it fucks up the system, because we all know that the whole Jan 6 committee was garbage and wrong. Hunter Biden, if you want to go to that extent, even though he was part of it a couple months ago, was all in the wrong, and they're all corrupt, all right? And they're trying to cover up corruption, and the deflection of Biden and the Biden administration, the deflectiveness, just the bullshit, lying blatantly in your face continuously over and over and over again, and they're all trash, and it sucks.
Jail free card. So it'll be interesting to see the language,
exactly what it is,
the
get out of
parameters
jail free card,
of what time we're talking about, and what it talks about, what he has pardoned them from.
His brother wasn't on that list.
Incredible.
He has 4.5 hours to pardon his brother.
Not yet.
I know that's going to get done.
Yeah.
Absolutely. By the way, the 51 intel agents who said that laptop was fake, I believe one of the executive orders is going to rescind
to take
their
their
security clearance.
away. But it's just so interesting to me that this is occurring right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what
Has
is
that ever happened?
4 hours away
But how
from
is
the
it,
presidency?
but Lawrence,
you see Maria
has it ever
White
happened?
landing right behind us.
Security.
Has it ever happened before that a preemptive pardon was pushed? A
Yeah.
preemptive pardon. Just in case I do something or you find something,
Right.
you can't do that.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brad.
Oops. Yeah, that was garbage, man. Let's see. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, that's just.
I want an ab.
But it was coming because it was speculated.
Every reason is the
So
right reason
it
to
was
Orange
like
Theory.
it wasn't a
Your
matter
free pass
of
today.
if it
Once
was.
again, the breaking news, we are
It
following.
was a matter of when was it going to happen, because he really waited to the last, waning hours to do it.
For you this morning with just hours to go in his term, President Biden. Morning with just hours to go in his term, President Biden issuing pardons, or pre-pardons, I guess you could say, for General Mark Milley, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and all Congress members and staff who served on the January 6th Select Committee. That includes witnesses who also testified against President Trump. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill reacting. Senator Eric Schmidt saying the guy who claimed he would protect norms continues to bulldoze them and the Constitution until the bitter end. Biden truly is one of the worst presidents in American history and will only be remembered as the guy between Trump's two terms.
Yeah.
Joining me now is Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn.
Biden got
She's
to
a
be
member of the
Biden got to be one of the worst presidents in the history, and top 3 for sure.
Senate Judiciary, Commerce, Small Business, Health, Joint Economic Finance, and Veterans Affairs Committee. Senator Blackburn, it is wonderful to have you. Your reaction to this breaking news?
Oh, Cheryl, they know that they did things that were unlawful and certainly unethical. And President Biden knows this. So as information comes out, he wants to be able to say that he gave them a pardon. And it is basically for them to be held unaccountable for what they did with the committee, with COVID. And I'm not surprised by this at all. This is a president who has worked overtime trying to make illegal legal so it would suit his agenda, which is
yeah, because you know, the mass illegals coming in through the border make illegal legal, all the crimes that were committed and broken in the Biden administration, and all the weaponization of BS from the Biden administration, that, like I said, the constant lies over and over and in your face, with liberal media to kind of just gaslight all that. Yeah, it's just, everything's just fucked up.
America last.
America's definitely Senator, treated last.
I don't think I've.
And they don't care.
Personally, we're looking into this. I've never seen this happen before. This quote unquote pre-pardon, if you will. Is this constitutional?
I'm sure there will be discussion about that. The president has the right to issue pardons. And indeed, as you're saying, no one has ever issued preemptive pardons. But he did that with Hunter. He has done that now with people that testified against President Trump. Here's what Joe Biden is missing. On November 5th, the American people sent a message that they wanted to see action. They wanted change. They want the border secure. They want inflation dealt with. They want the economy to be strong. They want us to return to our standing in the world. That is what Donald Trump is going to deliver. And I am so looking forward to his being sworn in today, to this ceremony, and seeing him move forward on the agenda for the American people.
All right, Senator. Well, certainly there is a long day ahead and a lot of celebrations and pomp and circumstance. And then, of course, later today, the Senate gets back to work because you're going to be back in business. And it sounds like one of the first things you're going to be looking at is the confirmation of Senator Marco Rubio.
Yes, indeed. We are looking forward to that. We are still working to reach.
Yeah, it's trash, you know. Let me see here.
An agreement on time and being able to confirm Senator Rubio, John Ratliff, pushing Christie.
Let me move on over. Let's see here. Trump response to the Biden's last-minute pardons is disgraceful. Yeah, it is.
Known forward. Getting these confirmations done today is important, and you're going to see us every single day starting the confirmations and pushing them across the finish line so that President Trump has his cabinet in place.
Yeah, trash. All right, let's just move on. Let me see here. I want to look at this Trump one right here. You know what? Before we come back to this, let's go take a look over at ta-da, right here. The Trump presidency now sworn in. So let's take a look at this here. Let's see, which one should I pick here? Let's go pick up this right here. No, ABC, no. Let's see here. We'll roll up to here. Let's just go take a look at this right here. Some sort of local newscast.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools.
There we go. We'll continue with Fox News.
And repeat after me. I, James David Vance, do solemnly.
So that's Vice President J.D. Vance being sworn in.
Vance, do solemnly swear.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
Mutual respect. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chief Justice Roberts to administer the presidential oath of office.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Look at Biden's big smile. I've never actually sat through this sort of sworn in stuff before. I just never really cared, you know. This is the first time I actually sat through this, and it was just funny. And you know, Kamala really wanted. It was just like, man, that should have been me. Man, that should have been me. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, so good stuff here. And now, finally, all right, get down to some real business here. We're finally done with the Biden presidency for good, and we're going to see what happens as it goes on here. But look at this here. Let's see. Some good stuff, though. There's a couple things I want to take a look at over here. This is interesting here. Number 47. There's Elon right there. Trump's family.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
Good shit right there. And let's take a look at this.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small businesses easily reach
Trump's already down to business.
Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
This is what we need. Look at that. You got the whole room standing. Except for these two numbnuts.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our...
I mean, just listening to all that, it's all common sense, right? I mean, it's what it is. It's common sense. So I don't see how anybody would be against national security, right? Plus, it'll free up resources that should be for
our country.
Americans anyways.
We'll also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Which they should be. Yeah, which they should be.
And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities.
Which is happening, so again, it makes sense.
As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
That's right, baby. This is some exciting stuff, man. I feel like I'm missing the whole thing. Maybe I should listen into more on what the plans are here. Let me see here. Let me go over here.
Stretching will not make you flexible, and it will not eliminate your recurring injuries. Stretching will relax your muscles.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thought I'd cut over to this. Let me go back here, give it a few seconds.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Yeah, it's just odd. I don't know what is up with this internet connection today. Usually,
introducing the new
never have any
Power
issues
Plus
with this.
two-stage snowblower, a heavy-duty
All of a sudden,
workhorse
it's
with
just
unmatched
slow
power
today.
from
I
the
don't know if it's the service or what.
Thank you very
It's
much.
odd. Anyhow, and I just wanted to just get this thing covered. One of the first plans of action is closing the border. He laid that out right then and there as part of his address. That was actually towards the end of his presidential address here, inauguration address. As I was reviewing this in full, this was the whole immigration deal is at the end of his address here. So something I wanted to cover here. Finally, we're putting Biden behind us and moving forward. Future looks bright and exciting to see what comes next. I'm definitely going to be covering mass deportations. Can't wait to see how that's going to look and then go on from there. So thanks for tuning in. Come back again tomorrow. We're going to see and maybe further review some of the things that Trump is wanting to do in his first few days in office and go from there. Other than that, comment down below, subscribe to the bell icon, and I'll see you next one.